catches the ball? Hello? I'm good, how are you? I'm not recently, no. No. Okay. So let's think about what happens when you actually catch the ball. Is there a push or a pull happening there?
Pull. I think it's a pull.
Okay, a pull. How do you think it's a pull, Demetrius?
You throw the ball, you don't have to use the ball, go back.
Okay, what if I have like a mitt, Anton, and the ball goes into the mitt? What kind of force is happening there?
A push.
A push? What does that push do, Jeremiah?
When the ball hits the glove, it pushes the glove.
Pushes the glove? Why does it go through your hand? What does the glove have to do to the ball?
Stop it.
By doing what?
Catch it.
Hello?
Reduce the pain of your hand getting hit by the baseball.
No, I didn't. No. Right, that ball is pushing into your hand or the mitt, but that mitt is also pushing back on your hand, and that's what changes its motion, right? We're going to talk more about that today as we review balanced and unbalanced forces. Okay? Give me 1 second to get the blue down. Okay? Number 2, does the ball have unbalanced or balanced forces as you're throwing it? Claudia, are they balanced or unbalanced when you're throwing it? Are those forces balanced or unbalanced when you're unbalanced. Great. Why are they unbalanced, Aresia? Why are they unbalanced when you're trying to walk? Okay, celebrity, why are they unbalanced? Yeah, one of the forces is greater, right? The force from your arm is greater, which is making it move, right? Why does the ball eventually go back to having balanced forces? They did say it last. And how does that change the kind of forces when something catches it? How does it stop it? What stops it? Okay, Anton? Yeah, we're going to get there. Okay, these questions are going to make a little bit more sense as we talk today. So, I'm going to show us a little video clip real quick. You know that I love my video clips. And in this clip, I want you to pay particular attention to Sandra Bullock's character. She's in space. We've seen some clips from Gravity before. Okay? Yep, we've seen some clips. So I want you to pay attention to what's happening in the background.
So it's not a song, right? Not a song, right?
Sandra Bullock?
It's not a song, right?
No, it's not a song. No, I didn't have any terrible rap to show you guys today.
Thank you.
Can I scoot up?
Yes, Jeremiah, you speak up.
Yes, sir.
And the book kept moving. But what I want you to do right now is turn to your group and decide, when she was spinning, were the forces on her balanced or unbalanced? Turn to your group. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Go.
I said it was unbalanced because if it was balanced, then there would be a lot of movement.
And there'd be a lot less movement. One more thought. DeAndre.
I said unbalanced because if it was balanced, she wouldn't be like moving everywhere, she would be spinning like one spot.
Okay. So in our do now, we talked about what it takes from an object to go from being unbalanced to balanced. She kept spinning. So now what I want you to do is turn to your group and talk about why she wouldn't be able to go back to being balanced, having balanced forces on acting on her. So this one's a little bit trickier. Why would her forces stay unbalanced? Why does she continue to have motion and she didn't go back to having balanced forces? 30 seconds, go. Brian, I know you're talking to your mind, but I'm just going to John in the conversation. She's continuing to have unbalanced forces. Okay, gravity is what? Put that thought together for me.
Well, the forces was unbalanced, so therefore she can control it.
Okay, and what would it have taken for her to go back to being at rest? What would have needed to happen for her and the forces for her to go back to being at rest, Brian?
Interact with another object. Interact with another object.
Okay, so could have been something to interact with another object. Spencer, what else?
I was gonna say she stopped drifting. I was gonna say she stopped drifting.
Well, what kind of things would make her stop drifting?
Like that rope and that one scene, if you would watch the movie.
Okay, you think about that one. Alright. Well, in this scene, we didn't have a rope, right?
Yeah.
India?
I think pictures like standing on some, like if she was.
I don't think Brian, if she had a balance of gravity, she would have been.
Okay, Jania?
I said if she was closer to Earth, because like the farther away she went from Earth, she would have no gravitational pull.
Beautiful. There was no gravitational pull. Why would gravity be important into changing the forces? Brian, why is gravity important?
Because she didn't have
Hold on. Brian, stop you.
she didn't have gravity, so she couldn't like control her body. It was like her they had to push her body and she was so light that she could just keep going in the same rotation.
Okay. So, I'm going to move us along so we can get started with the discussion topic for today. But we already know one of the things that would make an object go back to being at rest. And you guys talked about it in the baseball example. Gravity is eventually going to change the forces, right? Change the motion of the object so that it goes back to being at rest and goes back to having balanced forces. There is a second force that we're going to talk about today that also affects motion and can also change from having motion to slowing it down, okay? So go into your Chromebook and go into the assignment for today. I think it's labeled discussion questions for 210, and click open that assignment. Click open the assignment. And then once you've clicked open the assignment, you're going to open up your own copy of that document. document, it's gonna say discussion questions and your name, and you're gonna open it up. So you're gonna open it up. When you open your discussion questions, give me 2 hands in the air. 2 hands, way. Great, Asia's there, Shania's there, Destiny's there, DeAndre, Demetrius, Anton's got a swag going, Anisha.
Oh my God.
Just when you see everybody's hands.
No, I didn't. You did, man.
Okay. In your document, there is a link underneath of the directions. I want you to copy that link into another internet tab, and it's going to bring you to a simulation. And you're going to answer those 4 first questions independently based on you kind of just playing around with this link. So see the link right under your directions? You're going to copy it. You're going to copy it. Open a new tab.
What's going on with that?
Copy the whole thing?
Copy the link. Yep.
Control C.
Control C.
Control U. Control X to cut.
So highlight the link, press Control C, open a new tab, and press Control V. It'll be easier once we broadcast that one here. Did you find your document? Control V. Once you copy. Yep. It's B. The first 4 questions you're doing on your own as you kind of explore. And then we're going to go over our answers together. So once you kind of move things around, you can look at the questions. This to start on question 1 if you haven't already started on it. Start answering the first set of questions. There are 4 of them for this part. Yep, you're going to answer all 4 questions. I'm going to give you another 5 minutes. All 4 of those questions in your discussion questions today.
Let's do it.
thumbs up?
chemistry and physics.
Give me a thumbs up. 1 thumb, 2 thumb, 3 thumb, 4 thumb, 5 thumb. Okay? Anybody have a different idea of what they could be?
I think they're molecules.
I think they're molecules. Okay? So Darnay said atoms, and Anton said molecules. Are they related? How are they related? This is what we covered, remember, our first unit on matter. So atoms make up molecules, right? So we were either looking at molecules or we were looking at a very, very, very basic of the atom, right? That's what our dispute is, right? I'm going to say for our purposes, knowing that it is either one atom or a couple of atoms together is okay. But you're absolutely right. We zoomed in on these two books and we were looking at the things that made up those two books, okay? I'd like to hear from somebody, what happened when you started to slide the books across one another? Jania? Started vibrating faster. I love that word. Somebody, why do I love that word vibrate? That they were vibrating faster. Right, picture. Why do I love that Jania said that?
Because when you heat a molecule, they tend to, like how you heat up water and it turns to gas and the molecules spread out.
Okay, so if you say that to everybody else, I think that was something kind of good to hear.
Like how
What does it make you think about?
when you heat up molecules and like how you do water, if you heat up water, the molecules in the water spread. So when they spread, they move faster and then they turn to gas.
Okay, what do they need in order to move faster? Heat, which is a thermal energy. Great. This is kind of jogging our memory on some stuff we did in first quarter. Okay? So they were starting to move faster. As you continue to move the things across one another, what happened, Darnay? Okay? So you found out this is about friction. Okay? Why is there a thermometer? What did the thermometer tell us as we were moving along? I'm here from somebody different than Celebrity, somebody different than Darnay, different than Jania. I'm here from somebody who hasn't had their hand up yet today. Body. Brian, you haven't had your hand up last time. Why is there a thermometer? What is it telling us? What is it telling us, a thermometer?
The amount of energy that it looks.
Right, and what happens as those two things are rubbing together? What's happening to the temperature? The temperature is increasing, right? Good. So this was just to help you start thinking about what you were actually visualizing. The next section is a set of group questions. So I want you to actually turn to your group and answer the next 4 questions with them using their knowledge. When we're done with that, I'm actually going to have you share with another group. And we're going to see if we get even more out of what we're seeing by talking to more people. So for right now, turn to your group and start answering those that second set of questions. You should be talking to one another. Yes, big house. Ryan, you can talk to Claudia and Miranda. High school store people, you may go.
I'm in school for
Spencer, you can talk to Ryan. Spencer, you can talk to Ryan as your group. Spencer, you can talk to Ryan.
Yeah, she tried to get me. I'm like, I know I can count it, but I'm not recording.
Loretta, can you talk with Destiny since our group just got a little smaller? So you're working together to answer these questions. want you to go to different ones. Okay, so for number one, Brian, can you read to the group? So we know what we're talking about. Okay, so as those dogs go down, what's that mean for motion? Yeah, but what about as actually you rub your hands together, right? It's the same as your arms doing. So we're using every possible way to have it. How is rubbing the hand affecting the function of Then tell me, what does that do to the motion? Does it help speed it up, slow it down? When you rub something like, what kinds of things?